Hey everyone. I'm still at Lake Worth, just seeing what the weather's gonna do on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and sitting here on the fence wondering if I'm gonna leave tomorrow. I was gonna leave today, but there was 5-foot seas out there, possibly 4 to 5 foot. So probably wouldn't have been too bad because they were around 9 seconds apart, but the winds weren't really favorable for sailing up that way towards Fort Pierce. So I decided to go ahead and just stay one more day and see what tomorrow brings. And I may end up just staying here because I do not know of any of the anchorages up that area of Fort Pierce, especially for a storm. I have been in a storm here, with quite severe storm here in this lake, and it's coming down kind of basically from the north or east winds. It's not going to be as bad here as it would be in Fort Pierce. The gusts up there will be closer to 30. The gusts down here 26. So I'm just wondering whether I'm going to go. I've already checked with the Palm Beach Sailing Club. Talked to a lovely person named Natalie, and they have showers. They have a dinghy dock, so I could have Instacart deliver my food, because it is a little jaunt to the grocery stores from this area. So you could ride the bus, but to me it would be just easier for Instacart, and be here when they deliver tomorrow after I take a shower, because they have shower facilities at the sailing club, and I can dock my dinghy there, which it's not bad. It's $30. It'd be $25. I think it's $25 at the Riviera Marina, but you can't use the showers, so you can't use their facilities. You can't get water. Like, I could take in a 5-gallon jug, 10-gallon jug of water, and I could fill it, my deck water, and fill that and come back with it with the dinghy. Doesn't cost me anything more. Plus I can go and have dinner there tomorrow if I decide to stay. They have a restaurant on site, so you can have privileges of going there for that $30 fee. So yeah, I mean, you're down here, it's $25 to $30. I think Vero Beach maybe $20. I'm not sure up further north. Of course, everything always varies. I think it's $15 and it's $15 or $20 in Norfolk, Virginia, to use the dinghy dock, but they let you use the facilities, washers, dryers, shower, and you can dock with your dinghy. So yeah, I mean, all in all, it's not bad. And so I'm going to turn you around because we have a big ship coming too that's going to be leaving. I'm near the mega yachts marina, okay? And all the little kiddies are out there, or even the adults. They're probably adults out there because they're really messing around out there. But of course, kids have no fear either. So they're out there sailing in their little dinghies. They're probably about 15 foot or so, about the size I started with a few years back. So yeah, this ship is gone. So it looks like he's having a hard time. He's going against the wind. Well, the wind is kind of coming on him, kind of at the side. The wind's kind of hitting him on his starboard side, the bow and the starboard side. So it's making it really hard for that tugboat. And it may be a regular tugboat type of thing, because I don't think that's one of their little center consoles or power boats that they use. The ships have. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see that when that gets up here. So yeah, and back to whether I'm going to go, I don't know. I went ahead and also let me turn you around so I can talk. And so I went ahead today and did some things. I cleaned up a little bit down below, cleaned in between my stove. That wall in the stove, beside the stove, gets yucky because of condensation, so I cleaned all that off on both sides. I also unplugged my port side of the sink. That's the sink I don't use a lot. I do have a strainer there, and it just drains my dishes and stuff. And the trouble with it is the straight shot to the water. So I see, you know, to the seacock goes right into the water. So when it drains out, it just goes like in a little T shape, because I have two sinks. So it kind of comes down in a T, and then it comes down like that, and then it goes down to a pipe. So this side over here has a tendency to get really plugged up. And I don't know why, because it really doesn't I don't use it far as, you know, rinsing dishes, other than dishes that have already been washed. So there shouldn't be any really food sediment going in, and sometimes I don't even do that. I just set it in the strainer. I rinse it in the other sink and then set it in the strainer. So I think it's backwash that comes up, because there was seaweed in there. There was, you know, to unclog it. And what I do is I take, if I'm at a marina, I use fresh water, but since I have a deck wash, I have a hose and I have a sprayer. So this will give you a little secret on how you know, to do this if it happens to you, okay? So because of the angle of it, it's hard to get something in there. A snake, I guess you could use a snake. I don't have a snake on board. But you take it and you just set your hose into the drain part of it, and be very careful, you know, not high pressure, because it will splash back at you in the face. And you just keep using that force, and that force will eventually open up the pipe. It'll clean the pipe out, and it sure does make it smell a whole lot better after that. I use vinegar and baking soda to flush it out. And so yeah, you gotta do that every once in a while, and I've been slacking off on that part. So I did it, and I think the last time I did it was when I was hauled out, and that was what, December. I think before I got put back in the water, I may have done it. And so yeah, so that's what I did there. I did the last winch I had left to do. I did that. So that's it. All the boats' winches are done. Yay. And no flying parts went overboard. Let me see, what else did I do? Oh, I got out in the dinghy, and I went ahead, and I had because I had my bottom job done when I was last hauled out, so from October to December. Got put back in the water first week of December. And I did my bottom job while I was out. And so it's been good. I did have a few little crustaceans around near the water line, just under the water line. Just very few, like this many. And so little crustaceans. So I have a little plastic spatula kind of like thing. It's a paint spackle, but it's plastic, like a putty knife. And so I just kind of like knock them off with that, without disturbing too much of the paint and everything. So off they come. And then I went, and while I was doing that, I also cleaned the boot stripe. So that looks nice and white again. It wasn't bad. This little last trip up here really cleaned it off, the boot stripe. So it didn't look bad at all. If you keep moving, your boat doesn't get a bunch of stuff on it. So that's the whole key. Keep moving. So yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to turn you around here. Oh, he's got 2. Woo-wee! Look at that. Yeah, these guys are not his. One's going backwards, which I'm sure is to try to keep the stern from turning, fishtailing. And so he's keeping force on it. So that's kind of, you know, that's kind of cool. He's in reverse, this back one is. And then this front one, you know, of course he's pulling. And I'm hoping that the yacht is definitely helping out there with its engines. So, because that's quite the boat. Yeah. Look at those. I've never seen tugboats like that. They're cute, aren't they? They really are cute. Look at that. Coming out, he's going to be going out that little narrow inlet. It's not bad. It's a little narrow, but it's not bad. I've been in worse. So, it's really not bad at all. Yeah. A couple of boats came in last night. One left. They're going to the Wallamala, and they took the ICW south. There's still 2 others that came in here. This one right here, Island something. Island song, I'm not sure. It was Island something. And then this one over here is a boat that I have run across a few times down here. And they are here, because I thought last I knew they had gone to the Bahamas. And so they are here too in that blue boat. Yori, I think that's how you pronounce it. Yori, I'm not sure. But, oh, Mirage. That's the name of that boat. Whoa, Mirage. Look at that. Huh. Shoot. That's a big old cruiser. Wonder how many millions of dollars it costs to charter that. So, I know it's deep in that channel. It's like 20-some feet. That channel is. A lot different than the channel behind me, which is the ICW. This is not the ICW. This little section of this channel is not the ICW, but it is deeper. Much deeper. Keep that in mind, you ICW people. If you want a deeper channel to come through this little section over here, come through this side, on the east side of Lake Worth here, Palm Beach. It's south of Peanut Island, so you kind of got to go across the inlet when you come behind Peanut Island, and then you kind of head a little bit southeast and you come right into this channel. Lena's happy. She kept me up all night last night, running around up here on the deck. I didn't know what she was doing. She was having the zoomies. Gorgeous day. So I don't know. We stay? Do we go? We will find out in the morning. Stay or go. Okay. So other things that have to be done is after what I did yesterday to be ready for this storm. And we may get gusts over 40 knots. That's not totally unpredicted. We may get that much. So I have a mess over here because I moved all my fenders over here for now so I could clean the dinghy. So the other day, what I did was this anchor bridle. I moved my chafe down. This is a really too big for this boat. This is what they told me what size to get at Mantis. So anyways, it's way too big. So I think my problem of the anchor flipping like an alligator and twisting is because it was too long and I was letting out too much to have it hit on the hawse on the chafe part here. So I removed the whipping and slid this down the line, the bridle on both sides, and re-whipped it. So we're going to take a look at the chain, and the chain is fine. It is not twisted yet. Of course, we are not been in rough, bouncy weather yet, but I can make it a lot shorter, and the chain doesn't appear to be twisting right now. So we'll see how that goes. I've got out 100 feet because that's my yellow mark. That yellow paint stayed on a lot better than the other colors. I just painted them this year, or when I was on the hard in October and November. So I don't think the paint's gonna last long. So yeah. All right, and so we are here in Lake Worth, inside Lake Worth Inlet, and we are at Palm Beach, and there's a few more boats in here than there was earlier. Some left yesterday, one left this morning. They may be going down the ICW, or they may be scooting fast enough to get wherever they need to because the storm is coming from the north. If they were going south, they could get there in time today. So yeah, actually the storm is coming from like northeast, I should say. Northeast. My dinghy up here looks pretty good, the bottom does, and organize the boat and be ready for this storm. We just had another boat come in here, that blue hull boat right there, and then there's a couple power boats. 2 boats came in this morning, 2 monohulls, and they're back behind me here. And so yeah, all anchored boats in here. There's just maybe 2 mooring balls in here now. They're cleaning them out. I think that mooring ball's got to go, and I think there's another one behind it. It's a little small sailboat, and it may go. They'll be pulling them up and removing those boats, and that'll, yeah. And the limit here is only 30 days. You only can be anchored here 30 days. And you have to go away. I don't know how long you have to go away, but you have to go away. And then come back. I will find out and post it on the video. How long you have to wait before you come back for another 30 days. I haven't been here 30 days. I was here in January. I was here for just a little over 2 weeks. And I just got here day before yesterday. I think it was day before yesterday. No, 2 days, over 2 days ago. I got here Tuesday, Wednesday morning. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see how we do in the storm. Hopefully we do fine. And we're secured here because I did 2 storms in January here. That's why I was here so long, because there were 2 storms that came very close, back to back almost. And they were kind of nor'easters from the north. I think they were more from the north, not so much east. But yeah, this one might be more east coming down, but it definitely is, you know, from the northeast is where it's coming from. So it's going to hit my friend in Georgia. It's going to hit people or South Carolina. It's going to hit them first, and then come down the coast, and even affect the Pacific side, the Gulf of America side. Okay. Bye. See you later. Thanks for watching, and we love you. Bye. Toodaloo. Good morning. It is March 29th, and we are kind of in the middle of the storm that's hitting Palm Beach, but it's not bad in here at Lake Worth inside. It's right now, I think the gusts are less than 20, sustained winds about 16, 18 knots, and it was a little, I think it was a little bit worse last night or early this morning. The rain has stopped, yay, for a little bit, and hopefully this will be the end of it. I don't know. It's supposed to go until Monday, so early Monday morning. So we'll see what happens, but this is what we're doing out here. Sorry about the wind being so loud, but it did increase later on during the day and through the night. Waves did get a little bit more intense inside the lagoon here. I think I saw, probably over 30 knots for gusts. Sustained winds probably stayed in the middle 20s. So yeah, it got pretty strong during the night. Looks like some rain way off in the distance. Checked everything. Things seem to be okay. So yeah. Everybody looks like they stayed put. Nobody dragged. Alright, well, we'll see what happens later here. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. We will be leaving here probably by the middle or the end of the week and going further north if the window happens for the weather, just because that storm is going to circle back around before the end of the week. So we'll just have to see what happens. And again, thank you, and we love you. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already, and give us a like, a thumbs up. Appreciate you.